In studio, we have some folks from the Paradise Center for the Arts, and man, they're going to have all kinds of terrific music for, well, not music for us, but they're going to tell us all about some terrific music and some terrific art that's coming to the Paradise this weekend as I get tag teamed today. So we got Carter Martin and Julie Fackler. Julie, what is your title down at the Paradise?
Operations Manager.
You're the Operations Manager. Wow.
Yeah.
And Carter's the Executive Director.
Right.
So she's your right-hand person.
She's my right hand, my left hand, and the eyes in the back of my head. Yeah, basically.
You gotta love that, Julie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, she keeps me on the straight and narrow and catches me on things that that I've either forgotten or that I just don't know about yet because I haven't been through a full cycle at the Paradise. I've come up on, I think it's 6 months now. So.
Going well? You enjoy it?
Yeah, very challenging, and you know the learning curve is still a little bit uphill, and there's new stuff still to learn, but yeah, I'm enjoying it very much.
So you relied on her a lot in putting out next season's edition of Talent that's coming up.
Yeah, well, she's definitely helped proof the new season brochure that's gonna land in your mailbox in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, she's been a great help there.
You're an artist too, right, Julie?
Yes, I am.
What kind of art do you do?
I paint animals, pet portraits.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Have you had a display down at the Paradise?
This February.
That went over well?
Yes, it did. It was a safe sanctuary portraits.
Oh, fantastic. I'm sure something like that might come down the pike. It could be a good fundraiser for,
For safe sanctuary, yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she does great animal portraits. She's taken a few photos of my dog Fred, and she's gonna do a painting.
Oh.
So.
I mean, she could probably do a really good painting of me.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Yeah.
That was not very nice to myself. Was it?
Anyway. You gonna wear a collar and a bell?
There you go. Coming this weekend, it is Sounds of Simon, a tribute to Simon and Garfunkel. I was just asking Julie her favorite Simon and Garfunkel song, and your favorite is?
Mrs. Robinson, without a doubt.
And yours was?
Sound of Silence.
Along with John.
Yes.
Me, I'm a bridge over troubled water person.
There you go.
Because I've had lots of bridges over troubled waters, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Why do you like Mrs. Robbins?
It's an upbeat tune with a bit of sly innuendo, and I like that in my music. So.
And Sound of Silence?
Classic.
That is.
Yeah.
One word answer. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
Yeah.
She put it perfectly.
Yes, she did.
So we only have a couple of minutes before our market update. This is Saturday.
This is Saturday. Saturday, 7:30.
Is it a sellout yet?
No, we have plenty of good seats available.
Oh.
So I wish I could say it was, but no, there's still plenty of room. So tickets $17 for members, $22 for non-members. ParadiseCenterForTheArts.org, 507-332-7372, extension 1 for the box office.
If I wasn't broadcasting the BA section championship football game in New Ulm, this is one concert I'd love to attend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this will take you back to your growing up.
Well, this is just a tad, a little before my high school years,
Uh-huh.
but I do like their music.
Yeah, yeah.
How about you, Julie? You're a little young. You're younger than me, even.
I remember watching them on TV. Was it Central Park? They did a big concert.
Oh, okay. It was in
I
the
remember
80s.
being rather small and watching that with my stepfather.
In the early 80s.
And that's when I discovered them. Yep.
Thanks for making me feel very old. I mean very old. What's on display right now in terms of art?
We have Adam McCauley's abstract paintings. He's an artist from Duluth. In the Vranish Boardroom Gallery, we have the In Plein Air exhibit. Those paintings were all done this summer in Central Park during the concert series.
Yeah.
Thanks to Jeff Jarvis at the city.
I was watching some of that. It was really interesting
Yeah.
to go, and I didn't want to bother the artists. I just kind of peered over their shoulders.
And then we have Abilene Edge in the Corey Lynn Krieger Memorial Gallery. And that's for students.
Okay. Talk a little bit more about that. We'll find out more about what's happening at the Paradise this month. The holidays are just around the corner. We'll probably touch on that too.
Yes, indeed.
In studio today from the Paradise Center for the Arts, we have Carter Martin, their executive director, and the operations manager, Julie Fackler, is with us today as well. By the way, next week we've got some great shows coming your way. We always have great shows.
Yeah.
But, and I don't have anyone listed here for Monday, so I better get busy.
Oh,
But
okay.
Wednesday, Bleacher Bums, the
Yeah.
bowling players, will
Yeah.
be here next
Yep.
Wednesday.
Yep, great show about the denizens of the bleachers at Wrigley Field in Chicago.
I got to do the public address announcer.
That's right. We're going to hear the public address voice of Gordy Kosfeld.
So
The mellow tones of Gordy
yeah,
Kosfeld.
well, I don't know how mellow they were. Bleacher Bums, again, is performing next couple of weekends, so we're looking forward to that. Mona Kaiser will be with us next Thursday. They have a special event coming up. I believe it's on the 10th of November. I better know what day it is because I'm emceeing it. Down at the Faribault Legion. Hope to see a lot of folks there on November the 10th. Jerry hosts the show on Tuesday. Just got off the phone with our good friend Roger Wilkowski, and he is involved with the Community Cathedral Cafe. They're having a special Cafe by Candlelight fundraiser on November 28th. That's Thanksgiving weekend, if I look at my calendar right. Thanksgiving weekend. This fundraiser benefits the Community Cathedral Cafe, and we'll give you more details on November the 12th. That's when they're on the show. So just wanted to plug that before we went on with our program here today. We were talking about the Sounds of Simon, a tribute to Simon and Garfunkel, which is coming tomorrow night. Tickets are $17 for members, $22 for non-members, right?
Yeah, and student rush tickets will be available 15 minutes before showtime. Student rush tickets are $5. Show up at the Paradise Center box office, bring your valid student ID and $5 in cash. This goes from middle school up through college at level students. As long as you have a valid ID, you can get in for $5 15 minutes before showtime.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a great bargain.
It is a great bargain.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're packed.
I hope so too. I hope so too.
I mean, this has to be one of the premier American folk music duos ever.
Yeah, it's it's one of the most they say the most treasured group of songs in the American Popular Songbook of the last 50 years, and it like songs with any duo, I think you're gonna hear things that you didn't remember that you knew, and like I look down at this list here in my press release and I'm thinking Cecilia, You're Breaking My Heart. That had to be my second favorite. And then, I think of I'm a Rock, I'm an Island, and and it's all stuff you're gonna go, oh yeah. I've forgotten about that one.
I ranked my favorite. Bridge Over Troubled Water was number 1. Sound of Silence was number 2. Scarborough Fair was number 3.
There you go. Nobody's mentioned that. Yeah.
Cecilia was 4th. Kathy's Song was 5th.
Ah, okay.
And I Am a Rock was next.
Number 6.
On my list.
On your list.
Yeah.
So.
But everybody's probably got their own personal favorites. So if you were to rank them,
I mean, if you want to rank them by classic stature, I mean, Sound of Silence has to be first. But my personal favorite is still Mrs. Robinson, but that's just me. Sound of Silence and Bridge Over Troubled Waters, I think, are always going to battle it out for 1 and 2 on anybody's list.
Right.
I think, and so what else can you say? The rest all fall in behind.
So this group sounds just like Simon and Garfunkel?
Well, I don't know that they're dead ringers, because that sound, it's like any really potent, famous rock and roll sound. Mick Jagger is so iconic, the Beatles are so iconic, Simon and Garfunkel are so iconic. You can try and match those, Elvis Presley. You can try and match
Frank
those.
Sinatra.
There you go. You can try and match those harmonies.
Tony Bennett.
Yeah. You can match those harmonies, but can you match the exact tone of the voice and the exact sound? I think you can come close, but I don't know if you can get 100%. But that's going to be for the audience to judge tomorrow night.
You're just going to enjoy all the music, the Simon and Garfunkel music.
Exactly. And and that's what we want them to do. So come on out tomorrow night, 7:30. Tickets $17 for members, $22 for non-members, and $5 student rush.
First album released in 1966. They broke up in 1970.
Yeah.
Over that 4-year time frame, thereabouts. 5 studio albums.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a short lifespan, but boy, you pack a lot in. I mean, you think about what the Beatles did between 64 and 70 when they broke up, and what Simon and Garfunkel did in those 4 or 5 years between 66 and 70. Just amazing. the amount of creativity and the amount of productivity that that we still celebrate. It's amazing. You know?
Well, the beauty of music,
Mm-hmm.
it'll live forever.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, when they're long gone, their songs will still be played on the radio.
Yes, they will, as long as there are people who want to listen.
It may not be the radio we remember, but it'll be on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
Holographic radio, probably.
That'll change too, I'm sure, over
Right.
the years.
Yeah,
By the way, for those who are interested, there may be some people interested, Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel are each 73 years of age.
Jeez. You just made me feel young. They're 73.
You think you feel young? How about
Yeah.
Julie?
Yeah, well, there you go. She's got, I've got 10 years on her. And, wow, that makes you think, because, you don't, I don't know what it is, but you don't expect those icons to ever age. You always want to remember them the way they were when they were great and young and vibrant and all that. So you don't think of, any of those rock stars getting old. I mean, who wants to see Paul Simon in a wheelchair,
We all do.
We all do? Do you?
We all get old.
Yeah, we all get old.
That's the hope anyway.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Right.
So, again, this is tomorrow night. Tickets still available. And remember, you can order online.
You can order online, paradisecenterforthearts.org. You can phone us. Box office opens today at 12 noon, 507-332-7372. Box office is extension 1. And then, or you can stop in today from between 12 and 5, or roll up an hour before showtime tomorrow evening. So 6:30 p.m. We'll be open for business.
And Julie, there's a processing fee if people go online, right?
$3 processing fee.
That's per order, not
order.
per ticket, but per order. So we keep it reasonable for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you encourage people to order tickets in groups.
Yeah, absolutely. And you could order 5 tickets and pay just $3 for processing, and you can order 12 tickets and pay just $3 for processing. So, it keeps it reasonable for everybody.
Yeah.
But still helps us to pay for the online service that we offer. So.
Well, it's neat that you have that now.
Yeah, and it really makes things convenient. If you don't have time to come by or don't have time to pick up the phone, but if you spend a lot of time online, then just go to paradisecenterforthearts.org and choose your show and purchase your tickets that way.
How far in advance can I do this?
Oh, you could do this months in advance. Yeah, I mean, we set up everything. We're going to set up the entire 2016 season between now and January 1, and so you months in advance you can order tickets.
So I could order tickets for next year's holiday show.
As soon as we get it online. Yep, as soon as it appears online, you can order. So step up, folks. Step up, Faribault.
Of course, we'll talk about this year's holiday show in a moment, but I want to touch more on the art. What did you say was on display in the galleries?
The Carlander Gallery, we have Adam McCauley's abstract paintings, the In Plain Air concert series in the park paintings in the Varnish Boardroom Gallery. Evelyn Edge, she is an 11-year-old, and she's in the Corey Lynn Krieger Memorial Gallery for the student gallery.
That's painting too, or pottery, or what's that?
Paintings, collage, amazing collage work.
Yeah, she is. The girl has a lot of talent for collage, and it's hard to describe what collage looks like, but it's a combination of found elements and within a frame. But it's what Julie will refer to as three-dimensional art.
Yep.
So. Yeah.
And this is free, right? You can go down and look at it.
Anytime we're open, you can come and view the galleries for free.
Free,
no charge. Come on in, look at some great art.
Yeah. I would assume that this is for sale, the artwork.
Most of it is, yes.
I mean, that's how artists try to make a living.
Yes.
Unfortunately, for most of them.
Well, it depends.
Even your famous artists, many of them died broke.
Yeah, some of them. But we're lucky to live in Minnesota. Minnesota supports its artists, visual, performing, literary, and there's lots of grants out there. And I just went to a thing yesterday that the nonprofits in Minnesota bring in $1.2 billion to the state. Billion.
Mm-hmm. What do you say?
1.2 billion
1.2 billion
to the state of Minnesota.
in economic vitality, and that's people buying tickets. That's people having dinner out before they go to a show. That's people who are staying in hotels because they made a weekend out of it, and you know, people just shopping in the neighborhood. You know, you can go up and down Central Avenue and check out all kinds of stuff and spend your money before you walk into the Paradise.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing about Central Avenue, and the great thing about what, you know, the chamber refers to as Main Street. You know, that whole cohesive program that the Paradise helps anchor. So we're a magnet for you know, some economic vitality here in town.
And with our proximity to the metro,
Mm-hmm.
Julie, you know, a lot of the people that come here come from the South Metro.
Yep.
Don't have to pay for parking.
Right. You
Don't
know.
have to deal with some ramp.
Right. Yeah. And you've got a lot of great places to eat and drink right around the corner. I mean, F-Town Brewery, you've got the Cheese Cave, you have the Signature, you have Alexander's. You know, I just named 4 within a 1-block radius of the Paradise. So, you know, don't say we don't have choices, you know, because we do.
Yeah,
It's a great thing. A lot of
terrific choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a gem in Faribault. The
It
Paradise.
is. We are a gem.
Appropriately named Paradise.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Because it is Faribault's Paradise.
Yes. Your cultural and artistic center right here in your own backyard. Absolutely.
In addition to Paradise being the Paradise, Riverbend Nature Center is another gem in this community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And,
love going out there.
Yeah, that's if you want to get your nature on and get a little serenity. Go out there and walk around. It's wonderful.
Now, Julie's got a pad here. I know she was scribbling some stuff before we hit the airwaves. So there's some things you specifically want to get to here, Julie?
I want to tell people about holidays. We're having a holidays sale. That's about 20 artists selling pottery, painting, prints, textiles, jewelry, cards, gift cards, all kinds of wonderful items for the holidays. We will have a grand opening Thursday, November 12th from 3 to 8 p.m. All the artists will be there. We'll have hors d'oeuvres, live music, cash bar, and also the chamber will be there for business after hours.
Cool.
Yep.
So stop on down Thursday, November 12th between 3 and 8, and there'll be lots going on at the Paradise.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
You know, when my parents were still alive, the last, I'd probably say decade of their lives, because at that point in their life, in their 80s, they had pretty much everything they needed. I always bought them some artwork, which they truly appreciated.
It's a wonderful gift.
I think so, too, and it's individual.
One of a kind.
Yeah. It's not typically mass-produced.
No.
Right?
No. We've got artists such as Judy Say Willis, who does jewelry and textiles, Tom Willis, pottery, Diane Lockerbie, pottery, Linda Van Leer does painting, jewelry, sculpture, Dee Teller is one of our more famous artists, Asian brushwork, Del Beals from Owatonna is the painter, Joan Herzog from Owatonna. There's quite a variety. I think it's been a great time and a great time to see local artwork.
Yeah, we're in a hotbed of art here. I think a lot of them
Yes.
have up Jostens. You have to be artistic to work at Jostens, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
right in our backyard. And Wasika, I know, has a great art center.
And Northfield, Owatonna.
Yep.
Yep. We're very fortunate to be in this area. Lots of artists, lots of art centers.
Recently they did a studio art tour.
Yes, last weekend.
Oh, it's pretty
Yeah.
popular.
Julie spent an enormous amount of energy on that,
Yeah.
and had some success. You know?
Yeah, I think we had about 130 people to my studio.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun to see everybody.
So you sold 130 things?
Sold several pieces and got a lot of commissions to paint people's pets.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So if anybody listening is interested in having their pet painted,
Yes.
they just call you down to Paradise?
They can call me at the Paradise or look me up. I'm Julie Fackler, F as in Frank, A-K-L-E-R. I'm the only one on the internet I can find.
Okay.
So just Google me and you'll find information.
I have to ask you this. Is it any kind of pet? I mean, would you paint a boa constrictor or something?
I probably could. I've never painted a snake before. I have done chickens, goats, rats, cats, dogs.
You said chickens?
Chickens, yes, individual chickens. Goats, cows. Haven't done a llama yet, but I'd like to do a llama, alpaca.
A pet chicken.
Yes. People have pet chickens.
Well, go back to the Muppet Show. Gonzo the Great was always hanging around with his pet chickens. So it's not unheard of.
Actually, chicken paintings sell rather well.
Really?
You got to get yourself a chicken, Gordy.
No, thank you. No, I get enough chirping around here.
Yeah.
That was really bad, wasn't it?
Boom, boom.
Anything else, Julie, on your notepad there?
We have another gallery opening coming November 10th. That will be our annual members show. That will be in the Carlander Gallery, and we'll have George Serwowski from Owatonna in the Vranish Boardroom Gallery, and the Bethlehem Academy students in the Corey Lynn Krieger Memorial Gallery. That opening will be November 20th, 5 to 7 p.m., and those exhibits will go through January.
So do you have a lot of area high schools that exhibit in there?
We've had Faribault High School, Bethlehem Academy, some artists from Northfield High School.
What a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Introduce them to the world of art.
And it's something to get, you know, your artwork hung in a public gallery. You know, I think it's something I don't know if every high school kid realizes there's an opportunity to do that, but I think once they glom onto the idea, you know, they get enthusiastic about the idea of people looking at their art. You know, people besides mom and dad and whoever, you know, their friends. You know, this is, you know, it's an opportunity for them to get seen.
So when I said earlier about the starving artist thing, that's what people think of, but that's not reality. Is that what you're telling me, Julie?
I don't think it's reality now. I think if you put a lot of effort into it and you have a lot of ambition and you can find the right avenues, you can make a living in the arts.
And that's the message you want to get out to the kids, I'm sure.
Yes, yes, that you can make a living in the arts.
Because most of the people you mentioned, you know, that are displaying art in your event in November are of the older vintage. And they're not young people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yep, and they all make a living in the arts.
I don't mean to be saying you folks are old now.
We're back to the old young thing again.
But I'm just saying you're more veteran. Do you see a good crop of young artists coming up, Julie?
Yes, I see a lot of people in their 20s, 30s, 40s.
Because that's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else you wanted to touch on, Carter, before?
Yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about the artists behind, you know, The Sound of Simon.
Oh, sure.
You know, Eric Roberts and Eric Trelstad, they formed this group in their dorm room at Hamlin University. And Eric has an interesting background. He spent time doing what they call busking, which means he would take his guitar and he went around Europe. And he played in the States too, but he basically, you know, you take your guitar case, you go to a street corner, you lay it out, and you play.
Right? When you're in Europe, you see that everywhere.
And he found
massive town squares, and that's what.
Sure, right. And he found that the greatest response he got, and you could tell by the amount of money that got thrown into his case, was when he played Simon and Garfunkel tunes. Because he would play a lot of different stuff, but when he got out the Simon and Garfunkel, that's when people started tossing the loot in his case.
Yeah, he's no dummy. He's going to keep doing that.
Yeah. So, you know, and he was doing John Denver and James Taylor, and but it was the Simon and Garfunkel that really got it for him. And he and Eric Roberts and Eric Trelstad got together at a campus open mic night, and you know, they really needed a Garfunkel part, and so. You know, Eric Roberts became the Garfunkel to Eric Trelstad's Simon. So.
And they're still together.
Yeah, and they're still together. Yeah, and I guess they must talk to each other because they're coming out tomorrow night, and you know, I can't imagine them walking in and just being enemies. So.
These guys Minnesotans? You said they went to Hamlin.
Hamlin, yeah. So I don't know if they were born in Minnesota, but you know, their press release didn't say anything about that. But I have to imagine that they're basically local boys.
Sounds of Simon.
Yeah.
So, is this on YouTube or something? That people can get a taste of what it's like?
You know, I haven't had a chance to look them up on YouTube, but go ahead and give it a shot.
Right.
You know, dial up Sound of Simon, and there are a lot of Simon and Garfunkel tribute acts out there. So,
well, I'm trying to think of the tributes that we've done here at the Paradise. I shouldn't say we. I'm not part of it. But
Well, I mean, last week was Gary Rue, the British Invasion.
and then Elvis,
Elvis.
and then the Beatles.
Yeah.
We've done Johnny Cash in the past.
Johnny Cash. And
very popular.
Yeah, and we'll do Johnny Cash again. I'll leak a couple things about next year. We'll do a Johnny Cash show next year and a tribute to Bruce Springsteen.
Ooh, the Boss.
The Boss, yes. So, there, hint, hint.
Wow, that'll be very well attended, I would think.
Mm-hmm, yeah. So,
Another
yeah.
American icon in music.
Absolutely. Right up there with, with the Beatles in stature as far as what they did, for music and for society, and, what Bruce Springsteen speaks for, the working man.
I would assume, Julie, that you're always looking for good artists to display in
Yes.
the Art Center. They just contact the Art Center or send a picture of what they have, or what?
We have a thing called Call for Artists. I need some images, a little background, a bio, artist statement. Just give me a call or an email and I can tell you what I need. And like I said, we're looking for student artists for the Krieger Gallery and a professional and emerging artist for the Carlander and Vranish Boardroom Gallery.
Okay.
Oh, and the Healing Arts Gallery. We're always looking for artwork for that too.
Yeah, tell them a little more about Healing Arts.
We
That's
have
at District 1, right?
We have a Healing Arts Gallery at District 1 Hospital. There's about 5 or 6 different locations where we hang artwork in the hospital. And it's a rotating exhibit. We change it out every 4 months.
Yeah, and it's been proven that that's beneficial when you're healing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like what you did for your parents. That's a great thing, because I think when you reach a certain age, you need something visual that's good for your soul.
Well, my mom collected bears and angels.
Oh,
So I
okay.
tried to find some artwork that was I found an angel bear
Oh, no kidding,
in
really?
the last year of her life.
Oh.
I gave her. She loved that thing.
Sweet.
It was a bear with angel's wings on it.
Uh-huh.
So it was a combination.
And did that come back to you after she passed?
Yeah, yeah.
So you still have it?
I still have it.
Good for you.
You're in tune to KDHL AM in Faribault, Minnesota.